Okay, I found their game. Awesome. All right, so Sean, bring in here. Wait, I'm gonna switch the viewpoint. These are the exact. Oh, he didn't bring Dondozo Tatsugiri at all. He brought a little Ninetales and Articuno. Interesting. Sean's got a lot of good game plans for this matchup. I'm really excited to see what's about to happen. I think a lead like this, you expect like Zapdos to either coaching or Tailwind, because you expect Murkrow to Tailwind. We see double Feather Dance. Here, I'm gonna share this with. All right, Oricorio gets his. Oh, he just uses Brave Bird and Howl. Interesting. So Zapdos, maybe not Scarfed then, because Gouging Fire moved before it. It is booster speed, but if it's Scarfed, that means it's slower than Gouging Fire. Interesting. All right, now Sean sets up Tailwind, gets another Quiver Dance off. Going absolutely nutty on him. This is a great position for Oricorio, because unless Connor has like Rock Slide, I don't know actually if Ursaluna gets Rock Slide. Let me put this to the side. Ursaluna, does it get rock? It gets Rock Slide and it gets Crunch technically, so it's possible that it's not getting walled by Oricorio. That's kind of the idea behind Oricorio, though, I think. Water Spout. Okay, he protects Oricorio. Smart move. He probably tries to kill what's it called? Murkrow now. He gets Intoxtricity. All right. He took down Murkrow. Kind of big for Connor, but we have we have double Quiver Dance boosted Toxtricity on the field. I don't know that there's stopping a Terra Normal Boom Burst if one is coming. This is a really strong position for Sean. Like, I don't know that there's much that Connor can do here. He can protect. He just protected Ursaluna, and nothing on Connor's team resists Terra Normal Boom Burst or normal moves at all. Connor really thinking about his moves here. Terra Normal. Oh, Ghost Terra Gouging or Ursaluna. Okay. Does kind of put a damper on things. Air Cutter gets the facade off. All right. But now Oricorio can just, if it can get the speed control over Zapdos, because he still has Tailwind up, he could click if he has Oricorio, or if Oricorio has Tailwind, it's possible. Because he's probably just going to protect Ursaluna. You could maybe even, like... He's going to protect Ursaluna, so maybe you actually just, like, play rough Zapdos and Quiver Dance. Because he's probably not Scarf. Or you just... Okay. You just... Okay. Connor does not protect Ursaluna. Zapdos probably... Possibly still faster than Zapdos or than Oricorio. We're not really sure here. Cresselia could set Trick Room. Oricorio is left with no boost, and you get damn. That's rough. Gigaton Hammer into Zapdos. That's cool. Lunar Blessing fails. All right. Now I think Tinkaton just wins. I don't think Cresselia... Does it get a fire move or something? Clicks Play Rough. Moonblast. That's not doing anything. If we look at special moves for Cresselia, it's got electric moves, but nothing else. She's got Shadow Ball. I don't know that Cresselia is running. It could, but I don't know that he's gonna want Shadow Ball for this. The Ghost Terra Ursaluna is big. All right, Sean with a good game playing turn, or a game one, gets off his Feather Dance Dancer Murkrow strat, which I think is really good. Okay, forfeits. Moving on to game two then. No? Is this... Okay, so you guys are supposed to do it as best of 3. It's fine. Not a big deal. Tinkaton putting in work. I have to find this shit myself. All right. So we learned from this match that Gouging Fire is faster, I believe, than Zapdos, right? Yeah, Howl and then Brave Bird happens, so that's pretty important. Zapdos probably not Scarfed then. It could be like Sash, I guess. It's not Cloak because it got faked out. Gouging Fire was Booster Speed, I believe. Yeah, Booster Speed. Okay. Cresselia Zapdos. Here, I'm switching again. Cresselia Zapdos. I feel like this is like U-turn Trick Room. I hope Sean can maybe see that and just like tries to go for Taunt into Cresselia. We don't know what the item I think on Cresselia is yet. No, we don't know. It didn't heal at 50% though, so it's not Citrus Berry. Is it Mental Herb? It's Mental Herb. Clicks U-turn and he's gonna get Trick Room. Which is like still fine because he can just what's it called? Feather Dance the Ursaluna. Which, as far as we know, still is walled by Oricorio. Oricorio, the GOAT in this matchup, I think. Baton passing, what was it? I think +2 from Quiver Dances to the Toxtricity. Pretty sick move. Ninetales comes out for Connor. We get the Feather Dance strat off, which is awesome. It's still gonna do some good damage, I think. That's pretty reduced. Trick Room is still up, and Sean is still comfortable just boosting up his Oricorio here. I think this is a kind of awkward position because you have +2 Oricorio, which is actually going to take a lot less damage from Ninetales, but like you can get Aurora Veil up here. Okay, you could click Taunt. That's smart because he probably... Okay, clicks Blizzard. That does a lot of damage. No freezes though, which is great. Ninetales does not die to +2 Revelation Dance. Kind of sad. Protect here from Oricorio would be awesome. I don't know that we know that it has that. It does not. Revelation is Air Cutter, Baton Pass, Quiver Dance. So kind of an unsafe position for Sean here. Keeping Oricorio in was a bit risky. I don't know what you would have... I think like you could have just switched out to... Okay. not what I would say is the best move for Sean to click Tailwind. Trick Room ends in 1 turn, so I guess you could protect through the next turn and then have speed advantage, but like Cresselia can still click Trick Room again. It's not over though. Like, you can lock into Terra Normal Boom Burst here as Toxtricity, but Connor still hasn't terastallized. He can still Terra Ghost his Ursaluna and then just win. You might have Terra Ghost Cresselia too. I think Volcarona was an interesting bring here on game 2. Especially as more of a late game Pokemon, because you do like having it with like a safe Quiver Dance to go off. Maybe he's clicking Sludge Wave here. Oh, really rough freeze. Tailwind is still up, but Cresselia can just click Trick Room pretty safely, I think. Volcarona could click like Quiver Dance, boost itself up, but I don't know. I don't think that saves it. You could read a Ursaluna switch in for Ninetales here and like Giga Drain that slot. It doesn't kill, but it does some damage. Maybe with Sludge Wave it would. Okay. Cresselia gets burnt, frozen. He says Trick Room. Okay. Yeah, I think this might be curtains for Sean, unfortunately, but I think he learned a lot from this game. Like, you learn that Cresselia has Mental Herb. You learn that Ninetales is doing a lot of damage, so maybe possibly Choice Specs, and it only clicked Blizzard the 2 turns it was out. They were safe Blizzards, to be sure. But it did a good amount of damage, even to +2, what's it called? Sorry, I'm distracted. Oh, just barely missing that KO. Actually, if Volcarona has Protect here, you just Protect. Like, the safest Protect of all time, Ursaluna dies. Or you could just click Heat Wave and, like, let it rip, but, like, I don't think that's worth it. Okay. All right, we have game 3 coming now. I have to spectate the battle myself. There we go. I'll send this one last link to the Discord. I think maybe Connor just like brings Articuno Ninetales, honestly, because Sean has been leading his Ice Week Pokemon and leaving one of them behind each game. I was not like Articuno was not really on my radar as a Pokemon that would threaten Sean's team. He only has 2 Pokemon that are weak to it, and it's Murkrow and Rhyperior. However, you have Freeze Dry on both, I think, of these for Ogerpon, but I don't even think, did Sean even bring Ogerpon? He has not brought Ogerpon, his legendary Pokemon. Articuno Ninetales. Oricorio. Here would be a good time to like protect and just switch to like Tinkaton for Sean. Connor has like a pretty free just like double Blizzard. He could even set Aurora Veil if he wanted. And Sean doesn't really have the time here to set up unless he terastallizes Oricorio. You really don't want to, though, if Ursaluna's coming to the match. I'm thinking like if this is, yeah, Tinkaton, okay. And he brings Cresselia. Terra Ice. Does Murkrow have the Focus Sash? It does not. It had Eviolite. Okay, he set Tailwind though, so I mean, Cresselia is probably just going to set Trick Room now is the problem. What can Oricorio do here? You don't really want to click Quiver Dance. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It actually might be better to do that. Okay, you click Fake Out, which is good. That means you get a Quiver Dance off. You're doing more damage into Cresselia. Ursaluna's now a bit more exposed. So you can like Gigaton Hammer Cresselia and Revelation Dance to try and knock it out. I think Ursaluna may just protect here so that Cresselia can Trick Room. That seems pretty safe. Click Air Cutter and Gigaton Hammer to Ursaluna. Shukaberry does not save Tinkaton, unfortunately. And what is in the back for Sean? It's Toxtricity. It's always Toxtricity. Now I think you got a Terranormal Boom Burst and like Air Cutter and hope for the best. You're moving last anyway, but like Ursaluna can't touch you with Oricorio. Like giving it the distraction of Toxtricity is not that bad. And I don't know if you survive Earthquake though. I think he do just like Headlong Rush. I don't know if you. Oh, he just switches to Articuno. Interesting. Crit, and he drops this special attack. That's kind of annoying for Sean. Ooh, a lot of damage though. Takes out the Articuno. Okay. Now he has a pretty free facade into Toxtricity, unfortunately, but Oricorio can still just like Air Cutter. Maybe you want to get another Quiver Dance off, honestly. I mean, I think we know that Ursaluna, yeah, Earthquake Facade, Headlong Rush is not touching Oricorio. Unfortunately, Oricorio doesn't do so good against Ninetales. He did click Terra Normal Boom Burst, so it was. I felt like this was winnable for Sean, but not really. Didn't really work out his way. I think probably did not prep very much into Articuno. But well played on both parts. I think Sean had some really good game plans, especially like Feather Dance on Murkrow. I can't imagine that was. Connor, was Feather Dance Murkrow on your radar?
Murkrow was on my radar, but not Feather Dance.
Yeah, the Feather Dance Dancer strat.
I didn't even think about that.
No, that was crazy. That is the kind of spice you can expect from Sean. The Feather Dance Murkrow.
That's exactly what Draft League is all about. That's awesome.
Well played, Sean. I mean, I really wasn't expecting you to bring the Articuno Ninetales. I think it was a good bring for Game 3, Connor.
So
yeah, I had no idea what to do about that.
Yeah, like it's funny because literally as I was where are we? Like as I was team building, part of me was like, do I really bring this because all the like fire stuff and like the potential sun mode with Great Tusk, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. Like let me just like lean into this 2/2 stuff. And then like I purposefully didn't bring a game 1. I purposefully did. I brought Ninetales game 2, and then in game 3, I literally told myself out loud. I was like, "Sean's gonna bring Tinkaton back, isn't he?" But what if we just do the Blizzard stuff from the start? It's like I just brought it anyways as like a wing it. And then I saw the Tinkaton like on the Switch, and I was like, "Oh, I knew he was gonna bring the Tinkaton," but you know, you just commit to the bit.
Yeah, even the Shukaberry couldn't save you.
With Volcarona, expecting an ice type, I definitely didn't expect Articuno coming.
I think, yeah, maybe game 3, Sean, like a much better lead would have been like Tinkaton Volcarona so that you could fake out the Ninetales. This is like if you expected a switch to the snow mode. I kind of said it right before the game started. I was like, I feel like this is where Connor switches to like full snow spam because you were kind of leading, you were just leading Murkrow or Ikorio each game, and that's just like Blizzard food. So I think that was smart to do. And so like retrospect.
At some point I did the calc. Murkrow would have survived a blizzard from Ninetales. I didn't even consider a blizzard from Articuno.
Yeah, Blizzard.
Yeah, Murkrow has a nice amount of bulk, honestly, even without like going into Terra Steel, because Ninetales just does tissue damage.
Mm-hmm. The Articuno does a good amount. Did you have specs on Ninetales? Like, I don't know. I don't know if were you guys are you guys gonna like share your teams OTS or regular or no? We haven't done that before, but I just stream and I show my whole team and everything.
I really don't care. This is.
Can you send them in the where can you send them?
You're doing your teams too, right? Okay. All right,
yeah. Here, wait. Let me do. I'm gonna make a new channel.
Oh, for like
battle chat. I'm gonna call it battle chat.
Battle chat. Okay.
Is gonna be talking about the battles, whether that's the teams or like if you're thinking about a match that you're excited to watch or something like that.
But you could also put like your like whole team sheet there or whatever, right?
Yeah. What'd you say, Sean?
I said the freeze on Toxtricity broke my soul.
Yeah, that okay, you did get kind of bailed game 2 on that. That was a pretty important freeze.
Yeah.
All right, Specs Articuno, Light Clay Ninetales. It was okay. Oh, so is Adamant not max speed Zapdos? I was like, how is Zapdos not outspeeding Gouging Fire? I was like, surely he has Choice Scarf or something.
So I was going back and forth between Zapdos and Gouging Fire, who I wanted to outspeed each other. Mm-hmm. Like I think literally, I was going back and forth. I was like, okay, do I want Zapdos to outspeed Gouging Fire by 1 point, or do I want Gouging Fire to outspeed Zapdos by 1 point? I think ultimately I settled on what did I settle on? I settled on Gouging Fire outspeeding, because then I thought I'd be able to get the Howl into Zapdos before going in for a Brave Bird into Ogerpon, which I know it doesn't matter, but I thought, like, you know, there might be.
Or you're like Terra Flying Adamant. If you were +1 and like Sean terrestrialized to water with Ogerpon, that might be a KO.
Yeah, exactly. That's. Yeah.
Like let's do the calc. Okay. Oh, I can just put your team sheet into the calc. That's awesome.
Where's I have the calculator open. Okay.
And I can put Sean's in too.
For to left. Oh, you have Sean, so you gotta do it.
Here, wait. I'll share my screen with you guys too, so you can.
Oh well,
see
I guess Sean's team is in the. Yeah, I guess it's in the thing.
Yeah.
Right?
I was helping Sean build, and we ran some practice sets today. I did not watch or like look at any of the prep stuff you sent me. I don't know how much of that actually influenced what you were building.
A decent amount, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it was like I can't say any of this was really crazy or out there. Like, these are pretty standard sets. So good job, Gemini, I guess. ChatGPT was pretty bad, it looked like.
ChatGPT, yeah, so Sean, I needed to build my team literally today. So I first went to ChatGPT. I was like, yo, build me a team. And it was kind of geeky, so I went to Gemini and I was like, yo, quality check this team. And it did a better job, but then I went in after the fact and I put my own like my own sets and things on top of it. I was like, all right, this feels like a me team now.
Yeah.
I do want to say though, Dan came to me and was like, you thought about your battle? I'm like, kinda. He's like, okay, well, I think you should go in this general direction. I'm like, okay, but have you heard of Feather Dance?
Yeah, I had some other ideas for specifically how to deal with Dondozo. which, I mean, I think Sean's got to do what he's got to do. I wanted to leave it up to him, of course. But I thought the feather dance was really, really cool. And like we played it in practice and it was good too, because like turn 1, Sean accidentally like feather dance into Zapdos, which was like actually not that bad because it goes -2 and then +2. So it actually doesn't do anything. But it was like, okay, we learned that by practicing. Like, I definitely want to do more like practice matches against people to prep for these weeks.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's super important.
But, and I did check too, +1 Brave Bird with Terra Flying does kill Ogerpon if he's Terra Water. It doesn't KO if it does.
I knew there was no matchup. I bring Ogerpon to this, and he was my 20-point pick. I'm like,
that just happens, dude. I spent 20. Well, I should have brought Raging Bolt this week, but I didn't, and it's 20 points. I should have brought Raging Bolt and Urshifu, or one or the other. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes it's not right for the matchup. That's what you have all your other Pokemon for.
Damn, look at that big old Google Doc.
Yeah, I was writing because I'm playing you next week, so I'm thinking about this match.
Oh wait, we're playing each other then next week? Oh shit.
I think so. Let me double check that. Schedule. Yeah, we're playing next week.
Yeah, you're right. Oh no. Oh, but I still have your old. I gotta update that with your new stuff. Did you traded something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I made a trade today. You might want to check it out. I think it would be consequential for you. I may have made a trade that very heavily goes in my favor. That's all I'm saying.
That Orthworm, I know.
What can I say? But yeah, I mean, I don't know really what to say really about Connor's team. I thought like Mental Herb on Cresselia, that was smart. Like in what I thought you were gonna bring, I was like, it could be Citrus Berry, but like Mental Herb is gonna be really good just because of Murkrow existing. It's either that or it was like Terra Dark plus Citrus Berry.
Right.
But one thing I was talking about with Sean in prep for this, looking at your matchup, the one thing that I noticed about your team that is not very common in draft, just because it doesn't end up this way, is that you had 0 resistances to normal, which is why Toxtricity with Terra Normal Boom Burst entered the chat. So having Ghost Terra on Ursaluna was very good for you there.
Yeah, because then Sean had to make the choice, right? Like, are you gonna predict that that I go Terra Ghost, and then you're okay with like what is the move that it gets? Not Discharge.
Overdrive.
Overdrive, or yeah, it's that 50-50, right? Or do you go for the Boom Burst and then like, oh, but now I'm gonna Terra Ghost, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it definitely put a lot of pressure, but like you can just Terra Ghost. But yeah, I see why you made the choices you made. You know, Sheer Cold, I don't love that, but there's like no better move to put on Articuno, I think, as the 4th.
I'd honestly be upset if you didn't run Sheer Cold.
It was either that or Air Slash.
Air Slash is so bad though.
I know, I hate Air Slash.
I think
literally Air Slash would have been just for Blaziken.
Yeah, Blaziken would have been okay. I think it's just like the threat of Trick Room made Blaziken like too hard to bring, because you just like naturally boost your own speed and there's no way you can survive 4 turns in Trick Room.
I over-indexed on a potential Sun, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't even really consider that. Well, you don't have Great Tusk on your team anymore, Sean.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Connor, you gotta check transactions, man.
Dude, I gotta do some updates, man.
Yeah, I forgot you mentioned the Great Tusk Sun mode, and I was like, there's no Great Tusk, because you dropped that for Rhyperior and picked up Gastrodon. There was some other trade.
I dropped Great Tusk and Raichu for Rhyperior and Toxtricity.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that wasn't really a good, and I don't think that would have been a good mode anyway, just because you have so many ground resistant. You have 3 ground resistances and only 1 weakness. I don't think like earthquake spam with sun mode would have been like sick if there were not Cresselia, Zapdos, and Articuno on the team.
I'm also dumb because I thought of the other reason why I thought there was a sun mode is because I have the wrong Oricorio form.
Yes, that is something that I'll say it again in the chat somewhere, but like when you're prepping against Sean, unfortunately, Oricorio comes up in the rosters just as one Pokemon. Hopefully, maybe next season I'll try and get a better draft league doc.
Oh, in the sheet.
Yeah, like in the draft board, there is only one instance of Oricorio, but it counts for all of the what's it called?
You could
the
put
forms.
a comment on that cell, right? Just like right click on the cell.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
I don't know how many people are gonna read the comment, but for those that are like in the know of Google Sheets.
No, not there. Oh, I can insert note. What does that do?
Hey yo. Whoa.
And you worked at Google.
I didn't work on Google Sheets, dude. I barely even touched that shit. Yeah, so okay, that is
it's
good.
like the same thing. Okay.
But that's good because you just have to hover it. Like I think comments a lot of times you have to, what's it called? Like click on it first and then it'll show up. But
or like can you highlight that cell a different color?
Yeah, let me do. Is that like a text? What the heck?
No. The paint.
Is it just the background? All right. I thought there was like a highlighter, like a different one. What color do I make it?
Do like ugly.
Maybe I make it like purple. Say like it's Oricorio Sensu.
Ooh.
Too purple.
Yeah, it kind of like blends in. Yeah, that works. Okay.
Yeah, that's good enough. That sticks out enough.
Something like that.
But yeah, looking at Sean's team too. I mean, it's Feather Dance Murkrow and Oricorio with Dancer. Sean also had some other ideas that we were testing out, but I think the Feather Dance was just really strong. And it did make Murkrow really like a really and
really funny.
And really funny. I think it made Murkrow have like a target on its back for a lot of those games though.
Yeah.
That was like
Brave Bird did so much more damage to Murkrow than I was expecting.
Yeah, like the version of like Sean's team that I thought of had Focus Sash on Murkrow just because like it was so like I was testing in my brain against like you bringing Dondozo. I was like, there's no way he just like you could bring Dondozo and just like try and kill Murkrow first and then bring out Dondozo. And I thought that would still be better than Articuno. So I was thinking Focus Sash, just like let it get blown up and survive. But like also there's not really that many better item options for Oricorio. Maybe something to consider for Toxtricity would have been, instead of doing choice specs to lock us into a move, maybe Throat Spray to get like +1 from Boom Burst. Then you don't do as much of that initial damage though. Like,
see, I was waiting for a protect on the Toxtricity when I clicked Facade. I was like, oh, you're just gonna protect this turn, aren't you? And then you attacked. I was like, oh, wait,
yeah,
no protect. Okay, I should have recognized that that's like specs damage.
Yeah, like the Terra Normal Boom Burst with choice specs almost kills Ursaluna, and then you take I didn't mean to click that. And then you take Burn Chip too. Like it does a shit ton of damage, and it just kind of kills almost kills everything.
Pretty much everything else, yeah.
Except for Articuno. Like Articuno, really good base special defense and bulk. So like that was not really threatened. You have a lot of bulk on Gouging Fire, but that's not even guaranteed to live. So you did build like good against the Boom Burst threat, but it just like it puts on a lot of pressure. But I think like the freeze in game 2 is really game changing, but also just like the change in leads to game 3 was I think the big difference maker for you there, Connor.
Yeah, I probably should have well, if I had to play game 2 back differently, like thinking about, oh, you know, Sean, like basically you led Ori Murkrow and it worked perfectly for you. Thinking about the fact that like you probably would have led the same way, it would have made. I think it would have made slightly more sense for me to just double lead Snow in game 2 as opposed to wait until game 3. Right, because then like immediately I'm putting pressure on both of your flying types from the start, as opposed to doing that like, you know, you turn into something, work my way around what you're leading. It's just like, okay, immediate pressure, double blizzard, boom, boom.
Yeah, you could have just started in the better position, rather than like giving yourself a longer path to it. Yeah, the blizzard did. I know that Oricorio is weak to snow, but like Sean was at +2 with Oricorio. I was not expecting blizzard to still do like 50% or whatever it was. Where does it happen?
Yeah,
here?
Especially with like ×2 special defense.
Yeah, that was like a lot. Like I think it happens right after this. Yeah, you click blizzard. Yeah, it did 48.
Yeah, it's a decent chunk.
That was a lot.
Especially for
+2. Yeah, and from Ninetales. But I mean, I would not say Oricorio has great bulk. You did have 140 special attack though.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I purposefully dumped the rest into special attack because like a lot of Ninetales spreads are fast. But because I don't have like any Tailwind or Icy support on this team, and like I knew the Tailwind was an option, I was like, okay, let me just intentionally build everything slower, so that way I could be faster in Trick Room.
That's Zapdos. Zapdos is cool as hell.
Mine is Zapdos and Gouging Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zapdos was when I originally was thinking about it, I didn't even consider Zapdos as big of a threat.
Yeah.
It hits.
I mean, you don't have a positive type matchup into you're neutral with flying, but it threatens a lot of like your Ogerpon and Volcarona, two of like your best Pokemon. It threatens quite a bit just by sitting on the field in front of them, and like you have a average resistance to fighting, but it still puts on a lot of pressure. Like just the threat of having like super effective damage into any of your team or neutral damage, it just blows things up, especially because you ran an adamant set with 196 attack. Like I was expecting something more like Jolly max speed with Scarf, but then you would have been faster than your Gouging Fire, like you were saying. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I would have loved to see Ogerpon come, but I think Sean's smart to not bring it at all because it was just going to get freeze dried and die.
Yeah. I think both my Articuno and Ninetales. No. I think Zapdos and Ninetales can both one-shot. Actually, Articuno, yeah, Articuno's a spec.
They should both be doing.
Well. I think everything can one. I think
yeah, freeze dry. That more than one shots. Freeze dry even from the Ninetales would have one shot unless you terastallized. If you did Terra Ice freeze dry, there's a chance that it would KO 50%. Even if Sean terastallized. Yeah, and like Sean, I think the spreads here too were like very heavily focused on the defensive side, so
right.
Definitely made Articuno and Ninetales more threatening. All right, well, good game, well played, guys. I'll
GG.